Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. Today we have an Age of Sigmar battle report for you. It's going to be 2,000 points and I'm going to be using the brand new Kruleboyz, and my brother's going to be playing with the Ogor Mawtribes. We're going to be playing, as mentioned, a 2,000 point game, and we're going to be playing the scenario tooth and nail. This is a scenario where on the table everything has to deploy at the start of the game. There are no reserves, and there's also rules for if things get redeployed and summoned on the table, they don't get to move or shoot in the turn that they arrive. So without further ado, let's get cracking on and check out those armies. Alrighty, and here we have 2,000 points of Kruleboyz. For starters, we've got our general, which is going to be the Gnash Tooth. We're going to keep a little token on him so you can recognize which one is which. He's going to be our general, and he's going to have the command trait Superior Leadership and the artifact Talisman of Endurance, along with the mount trait Smellion, which makes him -1 to hit whenever he charges. He's going to be in a battle regiment alongside our 5 units and our 2 killer bosses on foot, and the rest of our heroes will be in a command entourage, giving us an extra artifact, which will be Vial of Manticore Venom on our other Gnash Tooth killer boss. We've then got the Shaman. He's going to have the spell Choking Mist. And then, sub-faction wise, we're going to be playing in Big Yellerz. This, first of all, makes our Boulderhead battle line, but also adds 3 inches to the range of all our ranged weapons, and in turn 1, we can reroll 1s to hit. In addition, we're going to pick the Dirty Trick Noisy Racket. This is going to make our opponent -1 to wound in the first battle rounds. Our grand strategy for the army is we're going to pick the one where we have to have more units on the table than our opponent at the end of the game, dominating presence, and then Triumph is going to be non-existent for this army. And here we have 2,000 points of Ogor Mawtribes. For starters, we're going to be playing in the Boulderhead sub-faction. We're going to have a battle regiment, which is going to include our Icebrow Hunter, along with our Mornfang, 2 units of Frost Sabers, and our Beast Riders. Now, onto the rest of the army. First of all, we're going to have Brand of the Svard. This is an artifact that's going to go on our Frostlord on Thundertusk. He's also going to choose to have the Rimefrost Hide mount trait, which is going to make him -1 rends, so he ignores a point of rend. We're then going to have our 2 separate Huskards. This one here will have Rimefrost Hide, and this one will have Alfgar Ancient. And then their prayers, we're going to have Heal, and we're going to have Curse over here. We then got for battle line, because our Hunter is our general, and he's taking the command trait Lord of Beasts, as he must, due to being Boulderhead. We then got 2 units of 2 Frost Sabers, and then we've got a unit of 4 Mornfang Cavalry. We're also going to get a Triumph, so we're going to pick Bloodthirsty as the Triumph for the army. This means we're going to get a free reroll charge for the game. And our grand strategy for the army is going to be Beastmaster. We have to have 1 of these monsters surviving the end of the game. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like finest hour and heroic leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. So deployment is all done. For starters, we have our unit of Gut Rippers over here with our Merc Knob. We've got our General. They look the same, so we've just put a little token on his base for now to mark out. 20 Hoggrots in front. We've got 20 Hoggrots, one of the killer bosses with Stabgrot. The Boulderhead with the Shaman behind them. We've then got 10 Gut Rippers here. Another killer boss on foot, and then another killer boss on Gnash Tooth. Across this side of the table, we've got our 2 Huskards along with the Frostlord in the center, the Hunter, and 2 Frost Sabers. And on this flank, we've got the Beast Riders, Mornfang, and another 2 Frost Sabers. The Kruleboyz finished deploying first. It was based off a roll-off because we were both 4 drops. So Kruleboyz are going to elect to take the first turn. Right, so start of the hero phase. So first of all, we're going to roll a dice, and on a 5 up, thanks to our general's command trait, we're going to get an extra command point. So, nope, no extra command point there. And then we're going to go into, first of all, picking our battle tactic. We've chosen aggressive expansion, 1 and 2. Pretty simple, we just need to control them at the end of the turn, and then we've got heroic actions, so we'll use this on our Merc Knob here, our Shaman, and so on a 4+ heroic leadership. He does, so he's got heroic leadership. What are you going to do for your heroic action?
I'll go command point.
Yep, on which character? Frostlord. 4+, he does not, but I get my one. And then the rest of the hero phase, our Merc Knob Shaman here, he's going to brew some poisons, and so he's going to forego being able to cast spells to give them the poison, which makes them do mortal wounds on the 5s instead. And with that, we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after it's all done. So, movement is all done. First of all, we've moved up our Gut Rippers, the War Bosses, over on that flank, controlling the objective. We moved up the Hoggrots with the War Boss behind them, or the Killer Boss rather, and then we've moved the Hoggrots over here with the Gut Rippers, the Belch Banner, and our General behind here. Boulderhead and the Shaman have chosen not to move, so they get to do their aim shots, so they get the longer range this turn when they shoot. So, with that said, it's time to go into some shooting. Alrighty, so to start with, we're going to shoot with the Boulderhead. Now, 2 of them cannot see the Hunter due to the forest, so we're going to have 4 shots into the Hunter and 2 into the Doggos. So we'll start with the 2 into the Doggos. With our aim shot, we are going to be hitting on 2s. So they both hit, and then we're going to be wounding on 3s. 1 wound, so 1 at -1. So 1 would die normally, but that is mystical terrain there, so he's going to get 2 6-up ward saves. Nope, so 1 Doggo dies from the first lot of shots, and then we've got the 4 Boulderheads that are going to go into your Hunter. So we are going to need 2s to hit with these. That is straight away 4 mortal wounds. And then we're going to need 3s to wound. 1 at -1, so it's going to be a 6-up save on your Hunter. Nope, so he takes 6 wounds. With that said, that's going to be the end of combat, shooting, and then there's not going to be any charges this turn. So it's going to be end of the Kruleboyz turn 1. We're going to score 1, 2, and more. So it's going to give us 3 points, and we completed our battle tactic as well for 5. And so 5 points for the Kruleboyz at the end of their turn 1. No command points having to be spent. So into Ogor Mawtribes turn 1. Alrighty, so start of the hero phase. First of all, he's picked Monstrous Takeover on this objective over here as your battle tactic for the turn. And then we're going to go into heroic abilities. I'm going to pick my my Merc Knob over here for heroic leadership on a 4+. Does not get it. You're going to try heroic leadership as well?
Yep, on my Frostlord.
Frostlord's going to use it. He gets it this turn. And so into prayers. Alrighty, so first of all, this Huskard here is going to try and cast +1 to wound for the prayer on a 2-up. Does so the Frostlord's +1 to wound. And then you're going to try and cast Bless on him with your other priest, a 3-up. No, fails, but doesn't do anything bad. So with that, that's the end of your hero phase. So onto movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, so movement all done for the Ogor Mawtribes. He's moved up everything on his front line here. Pretty much across the board, really. So now it's time for some shooting. Alright, so the Frostlord on Thundertuskies, first of all, he's going to shoot his Frost-Wreathed Ice at the Boulderheads. So any 6s do mortal wounds. So 3. So he's going to kill a Boulderhead. And then no one's going to take a wound. Next up for shooting, who's going next? He's going to shoot. What's he going to shoot? Alright, so the Huskard here is going to try and shoot my General. So 6s do mortals. 1. And I have a 5-up ward save against this, thanks to my amulet, which I passed. So nothing on him. Alrighty, so then this Huskard over here is going to do his Frost-Wreathed Ice into the Boulderheads as well. 6s do mortals. 1, so that is going to kill another Boulderhead. Alright, so this one's going to try its Frost-Wreathed Ice into my General again. So 6s do mortals. 3. So 3 5-up wards. Past 1, so I take 2 on my General. And then next up, so you're going to put everything else into the Hobgrot. So first of all, your Chain Trap hitting on a 4. Misses. And your Harpoon hitting on a 4. Misses as well. Then you've just got your pistol from your unit here into the hobgrots as well.
Yeah.
So 4 up to hit. Misses as well. Right, so the hunter's going to shoot these hobgrots. So first of all, he's...
Great throwing speed.
Yep. What does he need to hit?
4.
Hits.
And then wounding on 3s.
Wounding on a 4 because -1.
Nope.
Nothing.
And then his hunter's crossbow.
Yep.
Hitting on 4. And then wounding on 4. Yep.
Wounds. And so no rends, so a 6 up save for the hobgrots. No. D3 damage. For 3. Kills 3 hobgrots. With that, it's time for some charges then. So where do you want to start with your charges?
I'll go my
So your big dude here charging first. So 2d6. 5. Oh, that's going to be close. So a 5 will see him in just hitting that ½ inch. Next up, your Mournfang.
Yep.
9, they're easily going to get in. All right, so we're going to try with the Frost Sabers. They need something big to get in though. No, 5 won't do it, and not worth your reroll there. So now we've got to do the Mortar Wings. So first of all, this guy here rolled a 5, so 5 dice, 4 ups, 2 mortals. 4 mortals so far. And then you rolled a 9 with these, so 9 dice, 6s do mortals. 6s do mortals. Nothing from that, so it's just the 4 die from the Hobgrot unit. Alright, Frostlord is going to charge next. Double 1, so do you either want to use a command point? Alright, so he's going to use one of his 3 command points to reroll that charge on the Frostlord. 5, that's still not going to see him in, so he's going to fail. Who is next to charge?
I change up, dude.
Yep, so your Huskard up here is going to charge. That's a 9. He's going to get in, I think. Alrighty, so he's charged in there. I'm going to use Unleash Hell. So we've got 4 Boulderboys. They are now in their lower range with the hasty shots. So we're going to be 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. 5s do mortals, so that is 6 mortals straight up there. They miss, and then re-roll our 1s. That is 10 mortal wounds. Alright, so he's going to charge in with the Frost Saber into the Hobgrot, so 2d6. Not well 5e8. What about your Hunter?
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to try as well. So 8.
No, he's not.
Also over here, 9 dice because he charged, so he's got 4s do mortals on the Gut Rippers. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to kill a Gut Ripper and put a wound on another. So we almost forgot their Scare Tactics rules. So we've got to roll 2 dice here. And so we add 1 to the roll for every 5 models in the unit. There's only 1 model in the unit. If this is equal to or greater than the bravery characteristic of your unit there, you are -1 to hit. And so 8. What is the bravery of your Huskard?
8.
8. So it is equal to or greater. So he's -1 to hit against the Gut Rippers. So he's -1 to hit. And then, yeah, that was it because he wasn't in range. So that is the only one. With that said, it's time for monster reactions. So first of all, he's going to stomp over here. So 2 up. No. He's then going to roar over here into the Hobgrot. So 3 up for roar. No as well. So going into combat, pretty sure we know where you're attacking first.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's chosen all-out attack over here. So he's back to his normal hit rolls, but he's still -1 to wound, thanks to the first battle round.
So my
Punches and kicks first.
3 to hit.
3 to hit. And then 5s to wound, because -1.
1 hit.
1. Gut Rippers have an armor save of 5+. Failed, so it's going to do a damage. It's going to kill a Gut Ripper. And then your Colossal Tusks hitting on 3s. All hit.
And then hitting on 5s.
Wounding on 5s.
2.
2, not bad. -1, yeah?
Yep.
So 6 ups. Failed both.
These are D3, so 2
So
D3.
2d3 on the Gut Rippers for 3. So that's going to kill another one and put a wound on another. Alrighty, so Hobgrots are going to go next. I'm using all-out attack. He's using all-out defense. So we are going to need 4s to hit. Any 6s explode though. And sorry, that was 3s to hit because of +1 attack from all-out attack. And 5s to wound though. So we're going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds on your Mournfang. Alright, so 7, 4 up normally. All out defense though makes it a 3. So you take 3 wounds.
That's just living one.
Alrighty, so Mournfang pack fighting back then. 2 attacks each, so 8 attacks in total. 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So that is just going to be 9 dead Hobgrots. Alrighty, and then the Mournfang themselves, 4 attacks each, so 4s to hit. And 3s to wound, actually killing because -1 rend. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead Hobgrots. Alrighty, so Gut Rippers have piled in, so we're looking for 4s to hit. However, if we roll 2 6s, it's just a dead Huskar because he's only got 2 wounds left, and I do 6s on Mortals. That's only 1 mortal wound, so he's on a wound left, and 4s to wound. So he's got 5 armor saves to make on his base save, which is a 4 or 3.
Is he a Thunder Toss Beast right now?
So 5 4-up saves to make. Has to make every one of them. Oh, that was close. But no, so he goes down from the Gut Rippers. And that will give me a point for killing a monster this turn. Alrighty, so the Gut Rippers here have piled in, and they're going to go back. Needing 4s to hit, but wanting 6s to do mortals. So that is 2 mortal wounds. And then 4s to wound. Just 1, so fail your 3-up armor save, because you do have all out defense. Thank you. So that will kill 1 Mournfang. Alrighty, so end of the turn for the Ogres. They get 1 and 2, and then they get their battle attack as well, giving them 4 points. I scored an extra point that turn due to taking down a monster, so that means it's going to be 4 to 6 going into priority for turn 2. Got a 6, you can't possibly win. 4, at least you didn't roll a 6 as well. Kruleboyz are going to take the turn. Right, end of the turn, sorry, as well. We forgot to do the battle shock for the Kruleboyz. Ogres don't have to do any, so it doesn't matter, but we're going to use our last command point to make the Bolt Boys immune. We then lost 2 of our Hobgrots here, so that's a 2. I believe that's fine. That's just fine on the Hobgrots. We lost 3 of the Bolt Boy, the Kruleboyz over there. So the Gut Rippers, so a 1 or 2 we're fine. 3, I lose another Gut Ripper over here. Alrighty, so hero phase, start of it. First of all, we're going to pick our battle tactic for the Kruleboyz. We're going to pick Broken Ranks, destroying a battle line unit. So we're going to pick that lone doggo over there. He's going to die this turn. And then we're going to go into our heroic action. And we're going to pick heroic healing. So 2d6, we need to roll under the Killer Boss's bravery of 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. No healing this turn for us. Your heroic action. And so he's going to use heroic healing on the hunter. So 2d6. Trying to roll under or equal to his bravery. That is under, so he heals d3. Heals a wound. And then into the rest of our hero phase on a 5-up, we gain an extra command point from superior leadership. We do, so we go up to 3 command points now for our army. Here's the 3. And then we're going to elect to give some poisons out, again, foregoing our spellcasting from the Shaman. With that all said, it's time for some movement. Alrighty, so movement is all done. We've moved everything up. We had to run our boss, though, over there on foot. And then we've just moved these guys just outside 3, so it's time for some shooting. Alrighty, so the Hobgrots here, they're going to throw their sulfuric scrap grenades. We're going to put 8 shots into that Frost Saber to start with, and the other 9 of the unit are going to go into the Hunter. So the ones into the Frost Saber, we are needing 4s to hit. Just 3. This is not good. But we need 3s to wound. If we get 2 3-ups, we kill it. 2, so that's going to kill your Frost Saber. And then we're going to put the other lot of shots here into the Hunter. So we're going to need 4s again. And 3s. 3 at -1. So he's going to be... So he's got 3 6-up saves. He needs to pass 2 of them. Passes 1, but he takes 2 wounds and dies from scrap grenades as well. Good shooting round from the Hobgrots. Bolt Boys are then going to shoot, and they're going to shoot your Frost Lord. So we are going to be needing 4s to hit. However, 5s will do mortal wounds thanks to the Shaman and his poisons. So there's going to be 4 mortal wounds on him. And then they hit. And 3s to wounds. 4 at -1. So these are going to be at a... what are we going to be? 4 -1, 3, 4 up save. So he takes another 2. So he takes 6 all day. Alrighty, so charges. We're going to charge the Merc Knob here with the Belcher Banner. So he gets a 9, so he's going to go in. And then we're going to charge the General as well. He got enough to get in there. We're going to try a long bomb charge with our other Gnash Tooth over there. He's going to need like a 12 to get in, I think. 6 will not do it. And you know what? We might leave it there for charges and go over here. Righty, so end of the charge phase, monster reactions. He's going to try and stomp my killer boss because he's not a monster, so a 2 up. Does D3 mortal wounds to me. For 3, so 3 5 up wards on my general. I saved them all. Now we're going to activate the killer boss first. So we're going to start with 2s to hit, thanks to +1 to attack when we charge. 6s do 2 mortals though. Nope, but he does hit with everything. And then he is 3s to wound. 3 at -1. So this is going to be a 5 up save on your Beast Riders. Nope, so he takes 6 damage so far. And then the Gnash Tooth is going to attack, hitting on 2s. No mortals, unfortunately, from the Gnash Tooth. But then wounding on 3s. They are going to be Ren 2, so that's 3 6 up saves. You need to pass at least one of these. If you fail them all, you're dead. No, that's another 6, so that puts 12 damage. He is dead. Alrighty, so he's not quite dead. That is mystical there. We almost missed it. So 12 dice. Every 6, you save a wound. 4. So he's only taken 8 all up. The Merc Knob as well on a 2 to 5. Every unit will take a mortal wound. On a 6, they'll take D3. So we're going to go into your thing. 2, so your dude takes 1 more mortal, so on a 6 he ignores it. He doesn't, and rolling a dice for the Mornfang, nothing happens to them. So, your turn to fight back. Who do you want to go with? Alrighty, so you're going to attack back your Beast Riders into the Kill Boss on the Gnash Tooth. You're going to use all-out attack, I'm going to use all-out defense. This drops us both to 2 command points. So, let's go. First of all, your Riders.
Punches and kicks.
Needing...
3s.
3s to hit now. Yep, so 4 hits.
And then hitting on 4s.
Wounding on 4s, yep. 2. So I've got a 2 up save thanks to the +1 to save from all our defense. So 2 ups. Saved them both. So 2s to hit to start with. 3. And then
4 to wound.
4s to wound. 1. This is going to be a 3 up save. Failed it. Damage D3. For 1. So a 5 up ward here. Fail that and I take a point of damage. So the Gut Rippers here are going into the Mornfang. So we're needing 4s to hit. 6s do mortals though. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mortals. So that just kills a Mornfang instantly. And 4s to wound with a 6 that did manage to wound. So you've got 5 armor saves to make on your base one. So this is going to be on 4 ups. So you take another 3. So 1 dies and 1 takes 3 wounds. Alright, so he's going to put all his attacks into my Merc Knob there. So first of all, the Gargant Hackers, they are hitting on 4s.
And then wounding on 3s.
Yep. 2 at -1. Yep. Alright, so 4 at base, so -1 makes it a 5 up save. Saved 1, damaged 3, so I take 3 wounds so far. So then 8 attacks with the Mornfang, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. All wounds. Ouch. -1 as well, yeah?
Yep.
5 ups. Saved 1, take 2. So 5 wounds, so that leaves the Merc Knob alive just on a wound. He's then going to put his attacks and he's going to pile in like so. He's going to go into the Beast Rider. Alrighty, so the Merc Knob into the Beast Rider. 3 attacks, 3 to hit. That is 2 mortals straight up. So that puts you at 11. And then 3s to wound. 1, so 1 armor save at -1. So you're going to need, fail, so now you got 4 wards. So 4, 6 up wards. Nothing, your Beast Riders die finally. Right, so end of the turn, Battle Shock, he doesn't have to take it. That gives him +1 bravery. He only lost 1 this round. So that means he can't actually fail the Battle Shock test there. And then I've got no Battle Shock to take on my Kruleboyz. So with that, we're going to score 1, 2 more. And we're going to get our battle tactic for killing the Frost Saber, giving us 5. And then we're going to get another point because we killed a monster as well. So 6 more points for this turn. Alrighty, so Ogre's turn 2. Not a lot of Ogres left. So starters, you're going to pick Broken Ranks as your battle tactic. You're going to pick that in of Gut Rippers there as your chosen target. Then go into Heroic Actions. I'm going to put a command point on my killer boss on Gnashtooth over there. So on a 4-up. Nope. On a 2-up now, you get a command point if you want one, or do you want to heal? So 2 dice, got to roll below his bravery. That is, so he heals D3 wounds. Heals 3. And so into the hero phase proper, you're going to use the prayer to heal on him as well. So 1 dice, 3 up, does it, so heals D3. Heals another 3, so he's back up to 4 wounds. And with that said, it's time for movement, and we'll come back after it's all done. Alrighty, so shooting phase then, after movement, we've just moved these 2 over here through the forest. So first of all, your first Frost Ice into the Bolt Boys, yeah? And so 6s do mortals. First one does 1, so your Frost Lord then after, same thing again. 6s do mortals. He does 3, so it's 4 in total, so 2 die. Alrighty, so charges then. Who's charging first?
I'll do my Frost Lord.
Yep. So he goes 6, so he can charge where he wants. So Frost Lord will end up like that to begin with. So he's got 6 mortal wounds coming out on 4s. So he does 3 mortal wounds to my killer boss. And then the Huskard is going to charge as well, 2d6. For a 4, that'll see him in just. So 4 dice from him, mortals on 4s. There's a mortal wound to the Gut Rippers. And so charging with the Frost Sabers as well, 2d6. 6, and they're going to get in and going like so. So who's fighting first? Or first of all, actually, monster reactions. So, alright, so he's going to roar with this Husker, the Frost Lord here into the killer boss. Doesn't work, and then he's going to try and stomp with the Huskard. Does, so D3 mortal wounds for 1. Puts another wound on him. Alright, so he's going to go all out attack with the Frost Lord. His 2-inch reach attacks are going to go into the Gut Rippers, while his 1-reach attack has to go into the killer boss. So we'll get the 1-inch reach attack out of the way first. 3 attacks with his punches and kicks, 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1. 1 to your base save, so a 3 up on the killer boss, he saves it. So we got 4 attacks with your Frost Spear, needing 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 -1 on the Gut Rippers, these are 6s. Failed both, so that's going to be 3 damage apiece, that is 6 damage, so 3 dead Gut Rippers. We go 1, 2, 3. And 4 attacks with the Colossal Tusks, 2s to hit. All hit. And currently undamaged, so 2s to wound. 2, -1, 6 up saves. Saved 1, so damage D3. For 2, so that kills another 1, leaving just the Sergeant alive. Alright, so we're going to pile in the killer boss on Gnashtooth over here. Alrighty, so we're going to be 3s to hit on the Huskard with our Jagged Boss sticker. 2 hits. And 2s to wound thanks to the Venom of the Manticore. It is 2, no mortal, so 2, -1, so 4 ups. Failed one, take 2 damage. And then we're going to go with the Bone Crushing Fangs, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 at -2, so these are going to be 5 ups. Take another 4 damage, so he takes 6. However, you got 6 mystical saves to make. So 6 ward saves from mystical. Passes 2, so he only takes 4. So Huskard is going to go into that lone Gut Ripper. Everything into him, punches and kicks. 2 hits.
Winning on 4s.
1. 5 up. Saved it. So it's all down to the Thunder Tusk.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s.
Yep. 3 at -1. So these are 6s. Failed them all. That means he just dies. Doesn't matter how much he saves. Alrighty, so we're going to go the Merknob with Belcher Banner. He does 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. That is 2 mortals straight out, and that's all he does. As the rest of his attacks miss. So we go up to 5 damage on this one. Alrighty, so I'm going to spend a command point at the bottom of the turn to go all out defense on my general here. So you've got your Gargant Hackers, both of them in range of him. So 4s to hit.
Yep. 2.
And 3s to wound.
Nope.
Nothing. You then got 1 Mournfang into the general here. So 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1. Wounding on a 3. And we're in 1, yes?
Yep.
So 3 up. Damage.
3.
So damage 1 on the tusk, so 5 up ward. Saved it. So nothing on him. Then you got 1 Mournfang into the Gut Rippers though. So 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
1. 2.
And 3s. So 2, 6 up saves. Save neither, so it kills a Gut Ripper. Alrighty, so we're going to go the general here. And so he's got 4 attacks with his sticker. So 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 at -1. So it's going to be 4 damage. So it's going to put this guy on 3 and kill one of the Mournfang. So I've got to do 3 wounds with his mount, which has 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. All 3 go through -2, so 6 up saves. And he gets it. So the 2 Frost Sabers into the Gut Rippers, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. That's not bad. 4, 6 up saves. Saved once, it's going to kill 1 and put a wound on another. We're then going to pile the Gut Rippers in. So, Gut Rippers, 4s to hit. Wanting 6s though, that is 1, 2, 3. So they have 1 wound left after all the 6s. And then 4s do the hits. So we just got 4 of those through. And 4s to wound. Just 1. So 1 armor save on your Frost Saber. So 1, 6 up, and they live. They do not, they die. Alrighty, so Battle Shock time. So we've got 2 of these guys died that turn. So we're needing a 3 or less. That's a 4. Would kill 1, but it only ever kills 1 when he's nearby because they are way more scared of him than anything they fight. So 1 Gut Ripper runs away. More likely killed by the killer boss to set an example for what happens to cowards. And our Shaman here is going to use a command point to make the Bolt Boys immune to Battle Shock. With that said, Ogres now control 1 and 2. Oh, no, they don't control 2. You're not on that objective, so you just control 1. You did complete your battle tactic, though. So you will... And you did complete it with a monster, so you will get 4 points for the turn. Alrighty, so priority for turn 3. Got a 4 with them. You got a 6. Ogre's going to take the turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove an objective if that's the case. And you can bet it's going to be that one that gets removed. Alrighty, so start of the turn. First of all, going into battle tactics, there are actually none the Ogres can complete. So he's picking one that he can't complete for any part of the rest of the game, which is Ferocious Advance. So it's completely disregarded at this point because he doesn't actually have 3 units to complete it with. However, going into his turn, he's going to use his Finest Hour on the Frostlord, and then he's going to go, for my one, I'm going to choose to use Finest Hour as well on my Killer Boss to try and stop him doing it. And then he's going to use his Huskard in the hero phase proper to try and heal. So 3 up. Fails and takes a wound on himself, but ignores it on a 6 up. Nope, so the Huskard takes a wound. Alrighty, so shooting, so you've still got full shots with both. So the Frostlord did go down a bracket, so he's only got 10 shots. 6 is doing mortals with Frostwreath Ice.
3.
That is 3, so he goes up to 6. So that means you need to do 4 mortals on your next one. So on a 2+, the Blood Vulture will do a mortal. He does, so now you've just got to roll 3 mortal wounds now on the 12 dice from your Huskard. So 6 to do mortals, need 3. 1, 2, 3, he got him. Alrighty, so straight into charge phase then. So we're going to go with the Huskard, going to go into the Hobgrots. To start with. That's a 10. Where's he going to go?
Righty.
Alrighty, so he's charged like this. I'm going to unleash hell with the Bolt Boys. So we're needing 5s, but 5s also do mortal wounds. 4 mortal wounds on him.
5.
And then the Frostlord's going to charge as well. So sweet. There's a 7. So 10 dice going into the Hobgrots. 4 pluses do mortal wounds onto them. So it'll kill 3 Hobgrots. And then you've got 7 dice going into the Killer Boss there with the Stabgrot. So mortals on 4s. It's going to be 4. Alright, so 4 mortal wounds. I've shoved the Stabgrot in the way. So on a 1 to 5, the Stabgrot dies and the wound is negated. But on a 6, the Stabgrot somehow survives and the wound is also negated. So let's go 5, he dies. So the Stabgrot takes a wound and I only take 3 wounds instead of 4. Alrighty, so Frostlord's going to go into the Killer Boss first. He's got his Finest Hour. He's also using all that attack, so he's +1 a hit and +1 a wound. So Frostspeed hits on 2s, 4 attacks. I'm also using all that defense on the Killer Boss, and then you've got 2s to wound. So 4. So 4 armor saves, -1. So 4 ups, all of these need a pass. Failed 1, take 3, and he dies. Alrighty, so Hobgrots are going to attack. We're going to need 4s to hit, 6s explode though. And then 5s to wound. It's going to have 1, 2, 3 saves to make. So +1 save thanks to all that defense, so 3 ups. Failed them all, take 3. Yeah, take 3. Then his punches and kicks going back.
Yep.
There's 4 attacks.
So hitting on 3s.
Yep.
1.
And wounding on a 3.
Yep. Oh no.
Wounding on a 4, sorry. No. And then he's got the 4 attacks from the Thunder Tusk.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s with his Colossal Tusks.
And then wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s. Yep.
2.
-1, so this just goes to 2d3. For 5. So we've got 3 Hobgrots in range of that Mystical, so saved 1. Another 5. Oh, and another 5. Come on. Yep, so we're just going to lose 2 of the ones in range of Mystical. Actually, don't know why I thought Mystical was a 5 up there. Completely my fault. They all died. They were 6s. So it's still just 5 dead. Don't know why I was thinking Mystical was a 5 up. So end of the turn, you're going to score just 1 point for the objective, and that is all for the turn. Actually, couldn't complete any battle tactics, so just 1 point. So that means you go to 5. So it's going to be 12 to 9 going into the Kruleboyz turn 3. So, start of the hero phase battle tactic for the turn for Kruleboyz. We're going to pick Bring It Down, picking the Huskard here. And then we're going to go into our heroic action. We're going to pick Finest Hour on our general here. And then we're going to go into hero phase proper. First of all, what's your heroic action going to be? So heroic healing, roll 2 dice. No, that is higher than. So that's a fail. We're then going to put our poison on the Boulderhead here, making them do mortals on 5s. And so with that, we're going to go into some movement, and we'll come back after it's all done. Alrighty, so movement all done. We've run with our Gut Rippers. We'll also run with a Merc. Now I'm going to take your home objective off you next turn. And then we've moved up the Killer Boss. He's got an 8-inch charge. And then we've just moved up the Shaman and the other Killer Boss on foot here. So, time for some shooting. Right, so the Hobgrots are going to shoot your Huskard. First of all, they are hitting on 4s. And then they are wounding on 3s. 2 at -1, so 2 5-up saves on your Huskard there. Saved them both. So we're going to have to go into him with the Boulderhead. So, Boulderhead going for it. That is 6 mortal wounds. He is dead. And then the end of the turn, I'm going to score 1, 2 more than you. And I'm going to get my battle tactic, which which means I'm going to get another 5 points for the turn. Alrighty, so priority for turn 4. Kruleboyz got a 6. So this means you need a 6 to equal. You do. So your Frostlord's going to get his last hurrah. So let's go. Let's do the Frostlord's last hurrah. Alrighty, so he's got one plan. So heroic healing, 2d6 to start with. 7, that is under your bravery. So d3 heals for 1 wound back. He's also chosen Slay the Warlord because he can fit just through that gap there. So we're going to move him up now in your hero phase. Move him up to 3-inch outside those Hobgrots. And then we're going to try and go with some shooting. So you're going to put all your shots here.
Yep.
So he's taken 3, so he's still on 12. So which means 6s do mortals. So mortal wounds on 6s against my general.
No.
Nothing. And so he needs an 11-inch charge to get in. 2 dice. 11. He's got to re-roll. That's a 9. Re-roll it. That's terrible. Well, he's going into the Hobgrots. That's all he can do. So he gets 3 dice. 4s do mortal wounds. Kills a Hobgrot. And then he's got his monster reaction, so he can stomp.
Yeah, 1 dice.
Alright, I'm going to use Unleash Hell as well. So we're going to go 5s needed. That is 4 mortal wounds on him. 4 ward saves, 6 up. Take 3. He's down to 6. And then he's going to get to attack. After he stomps. So 2 up and he stomps. D3 mortal wounds on the Hobgrots. For 2. Kills another 2. And then 4 attacks with his Frost Spear. Using all that attack because why not for 2s and 3s. That kills the Hobgrots. You are just going to gain the 1 point this turn. That is all you're going to get. So you're going to go to 10. And then you're going to be removed off the table in my turn 4. So let's start. First of all, we're going to put the special poison on them. And we're going to go Slay the Warlord. Oh, no, he's not your Warlord. So no. We will go with... what do we want to do? We're going to pick Conquer. Take an objective off you that you hold. During our turn, we'll move the Merc knob. He takes that objective. And let's go with movement here. Moving him up. And then we're going to shoot you with the Boulderhead. That is so far 4 mortar wounds, and then 3 to wound. 1 armor save at -1. Saves it, so 4 6-up wards. Takes another 3. So we're going to charge the war boss here, killer boss. He's in. We'll charge the killer boss on foot as well in. He's in as well. And then we'll attack with our general. So, general, he's hitting on 2s when he charges. All hit. He's wounding on 3s. 2. Using all that defense, yeah?
Yeah.
So these are going to be on 3-ups. Passed them both. He's got his Gnash Tooth next. 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. 3 at -2, so these are 4-ups now. Take 2.
I'm dead, right? I think.
11. He's got 2 left.
Oh no.
He's going to try and prolong his knife. He's going everything into the killer boss. I'm going to use all out defense, so this means I'm going to be on a 2-up. So, 4 attacks with your Frost Spear. 3s. And 3s.
2.
He's going to be 3-ups. Passed them both. Then you've got your punches and kicks. 3 attacks. 3s and 3s. Nothing. And 4 attacks with your Thunder Tusk. 3s and 4s. 1 at -1, so saved on a 6. So Killer Boss is going to attack back. So we've got our Boss Hacker, 3s to hit. That is 2 mortals and the rest hit. So then we need 2. So 2 armor saves at -1. So 2 3-ups, and then 2 6-ups. No, he gets killed by the Killer Boss on foot. And with that, that is the Ogres wiped from the table. We're going to gain the 1-2 more, conquer this turn. That's going to give us another 5, 6 because you're a monster. And then we're going to get a full 5 on the next turn as well, giving us another 11 points to add to our, what are we on, 12, 17. So we're going to be 28-10 to end the game. Victory to the Kruleboyz. Good game, man. Well, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fire community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by coming and joining our Discord, of which there is a link in the description of the video to go and join. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by Patreon, YouTube members, or by going and purchasing some merch on our Teespring store. You can find the links to all 3 in the description of the video, once again, to Patreon, YouTube members, and to our merch store on Teespring. But also, we'd like to give a special shout out to everyone who helps support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So, thank you to our patrons Christian Weir, James, Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shop First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynat226. And a special thank you as well to our YouTube members Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, Matt Mollin, Becca Kinski Groupie, The Johnny84, and El Mapache. Thank you as well, a special thanks especially to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel. An absolute legend of a person. And then thank you as well to the legend that is Xmorphic. He does so much amazing work in the background of our Discord server, making sure everything works and looks nice and pretty there for us all to enjoy. So that's enough said from me though. Thank you all for watching. Once again, stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.